Welcome to Touched by Type 1 Conversations, a series focused on real discussions and the unfiltered voices of the Type 1 diabetes community. Together, we learn from stories, leadership, and experiences of people touched by Type 1, all led by young people with Type 1 diabetes. Thank you for listening.
I don't feel good. My sugar's low.
You're eating going straight down.
I knew it. Milk dud time.
They're hard, right? Yeah, just going. You're doing fine. Can you explain to me how you knew you were low? What did it feel like?
I felt kind of shaky,
Okay.
and my body was like, it was like weird. I felt like this, and I was like, I think I'm low.
Yeah, and then you asked, and we looked at the CGM, and you were falling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you feel the fall? You know what I mean? Like, have you ever had that feeling like, oh, I can tell my blood sugar's falling? What's it like to be low?
My lips shake a lot, and my teeth shake.
Your teeth shake? Is that happening now? So you're not all the way down then. You're low, but you're not that low.
I can't really feel it because of the milk dud.
Your tongue ever get numb? No? What else?
Unless if I'm 40.
Have you felt your tongue be numb? I've heard people talk about that too. Do you get sweaty?
No.
You don't get
Actually, when I'm low, I'm hot. And when I'm high, I'm cold.
Okay. How often do you get low?
Maybe once a day.
Okay.
And a lot of times I won't.
Is it after a meal or after like you run around or you're active? When does it usually
It honestly just depends. Like if I overdose sometimes, yeah. But if I don't,
then you're okay.
not really, yeah.
Okay. How do you keep from getting too high without getting low?
Oh, my mom taught me this trick because she learned it from my doctor. If I eat like a Starburst or something, and then I eat like a beef stick or some type of protein, then I think, didn't you hear this from him?
And it spikes you up, but it holds you there, right? Yeah.
It like I go low and then it comes up, and then it keeps me from going up and then back down.
Nice. How long have you had type 1 since you were 19 months old?
Mm-hmm.
And how old are you now?
11.
11. So that's like 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's stuck on this side of my tooth.
Is it the milk dud?
Mm-hmm.
Just keep melting it into that caramely goodness.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fine. You use a
I
pump?
put all of them. Mm-hmm.
What kind of pump you got?
Here.
Omnipod?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Get CGM?
On my stomach.
G7? G6?
6 because my mom said not to get the 7 yet because it's not like fully like
Cooked?
Yeah, it's not perfectly perfected yet.
Okay. All right.
It's not good yet.
My daughter uses the G7. We like it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask him.
I have a prescription. I'm waiting for insurance.
We'll get to it. So, we don't want to start till you're feeling good. Although I think this has been adorable, and I'm sure she'll use some of it. But so you're gonna let's go over together what's gonna happen here, right? Don't worry about your mom or the camera or anything like that. You're gonna introduce yourself.
Walk out?
No,
You're fine.
Stay here.
You're gonna introduce yourself a little bit, right? And then you're gonna ask me some questions. And now let me give you an interviewing tip, okay? Because I interview thousands of people. Okay.
I know.
All right, listen. It doesn't matter if you care about my podcast. Act like you do. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
My grandma listens to it sometimes, so I hear it sometimes.
Just ask questions. Be genuinely curious about the answers. Listen to the answers and see if it makes you think of something else to say.
Okay.
Okay. It's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
When do you want to start?
You
feel good now?
Start, or are you feeling?
You look blurry.
Well, then she's not ready to start.
You need a juice.
Yeah.
Get a juice. Because those motions.
You're watching Touched by Type 1 Conversations. I'm Hannah, and I'm 11 years old, and I've lived with Type 1 diabetes since I was 19 months old. Today, I'm so excited to introduce Scott and learn more about his journey.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you doing this with me.
What inspired you to start the Juicebox Podcast?
I used to write a blog about diabetes, and it helped a lot of people. But people stopped reading on the internet so much, and I felt like I was losing an opportunity to help people, and I wanted to find a different way to do it. So I had written a book, and while I was being interviewed about the book, the interviewer, Katie Couric, she's not somebody you're going to know, but she used to be really famous. and she told me I was good at talking to people. So I remembered that. And then when blogging kind of stopped, I thought, well, maybe I can make a podcast because Katie Kirk said I was good at talking to people.
I mean, I guess you are, yeah. Because
So-
I was walking by, the what was it called? The ballroom,
Mhm.
the second one, and I was walking by it, and me and my friend were walking, and I was like, "Is that Scott?" And then I looked at it, I was like, "Oh, yeah, it was." And then I was like, "Wow, he's good at talking."
Oh, I was up on the stage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
I didn't
But a
know
lot
who
of
you
people
were
know.
with. I was
Jenny.
like, "Oh, Jenny."
My friend Jenny. She has type 1 diabetes.
Oh, cool.
So I made a podcast because I knew that the stuff that I was talking about was helping people on my blog, and I wanted to see if I could continue doing that. So I found a new medium to do it in, and that was 11 years ago.
Yeah, and another question is, as a dad, what is one big thing you've learned from your children with type 1 diabetes?
What's one big thing I've learned from my daughter with diabetes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't have diabetes.
I know.
So I think the thing that I've learned the most over the years is that there's a difference between managing the numbers and the blood sugars and finding a way to safely and comfortably and happily live having diabetes. So it's not all about the numbers and it can't be all about how you feel. It's got to be a blend of safety and happiness. I think that's the thing I've been taking away from it lately.
And then, what's your daughter's favorite low treat? Do you know?
It changes.
Mine does.
Yeah.
Too.
So she loves gummy bears,
Those are always good.
but not the hard ones, the soft ones. Albanese, is that the name of the
Oh,
company?
my mother likes those.
Okay, so those gummy bears are in the house. Juice boxes, Bert and Ernie juice boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my daughter's 21. She got Bert and Ernie juice boxes in her purse.
I like the almond ones because they bring my sugars up quickly.
Oh, those the fruit punch ones?
Yeah. They're in my bag over there.
They're pretty cool, and they're smaller, and you get,
Yeah.
they're 15 carbs, so that's pretty good.
Have you ever felt left out or bullied?
Has my daughter ever felt left out and or bullied about diabetes?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she would say that she's ever felt bullied about her diabetes, and I don't know that she knows about times when she was left out when it was younger, but it's happened to her, but she doesn't know. So sometimes some kids' parents wouldn't be comfortable with her sleeping over, so that she wouldn't be invited to things, but it didn't happen frequently. It happened a couple times, certain parents. But my daughter's been very active. She always has told people she has type 1. She doesn't hide it. She wears her pods wherever she... Is your pod running out of insulin?
No, it's urgent low.
No, you're coming up, so
Yeah, I can feel them.
I think it's been really interesting sitting here with you, and I hope that they find a way to end it all together, because if we really step back and look at this, your personality is changing minute by minute as your blood sugar comes up. It's really interesting. When you first started, you were kind of giddy and you weren't as focused, and none of us knew that you were low yet.
Yeah.
And so I think at first people thought like, well, maybe she's nervous or something, but then it became clear that it was your blood sugar. And now even as you're talking to me, your personality is changing like minute.
It's harder when my blood sugar's low. It's harder to keep your face up and smiling. So then on my face when I'm low, I just go.
Do you find that you try to pretend that you're okay when you're not? Like when you
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, how come?
Like, okay, so when I'm at school, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm fine. And then after I eat a Starburst, but in reality, I just want to drop my face and go.
You're not fine.
Yeah.
What's the drive to make people think that you're okay when you're not okay? Why do you want them to think that?
So they don't have to keep saying, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
So they'll stop bugging you?
Yeah, so they'll stop bugging me.
You find that... So I imagine...
It's annoying, but it's like sweet at the same time.
Yeah, no, I understand. But back to your question about being left out.
Yeah.
Arden, I don't think Arden's felt left out, but I think there's a reason. I think she has a core group of really good friends, and they all understand her diabetes in their own way. Not all the same way, but in their own way. And they're all there for her when she needs it. She's never been shy about talking about it with them, but I think that she's been able to do that because she found good friends who are understanding and respectful of her, and that they love her.
What is one of the biggest ways diabetes has shaped who you are with your daughter?
I could tell you let me tell you this. How old are you?
11.
11. Can I see your hand? Okay. So every night while my daughter was sleeping for years before CGMs, I would go into her room and test her blood sugar. And so I got to see my daughter's hand get bigger year after year in a way that other people don't get to. And it reminded me of just how long we've been at this and how tough it's been. But I still get to do it every once in a while. She's 21 now, but sometimes I go into her room still. And she was sick recently, and she asked me to help her with her blood sugar one night. And I took her hand, and I realized like that's a woman's hand I just took. Like it's. And I used to come in here when she was 2 years old, and her fingers were tiny, and it just made me a little happy and a little sad at the same time. But that's a thing that I got to do because of diabetes, and I don't think there's a lot that's great about having type 1, but I do think there are some things that are valuable that other people don't get to have.
So I have this funny story.
Yeah.
When I was in kindergarten, I took a whole bag of marshmallows, and we were using them for counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and we were using them for counting. I took the extra bag and I snuck it into the bathroom with me, and I started shoving them all in my mouth.
Were you low?
No.
No, you just.
And I started shoving them all in my mouth because I really like marshmallows, and I still do.
Yeah.
And then when my teacher caught me, she opened the door and she was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I'm like, and then I was like, because my mouth was full with the marshmallows.
Put fluff on sandwiches? Do you know people do that?
I want to try that now.
Oh, sorry.
Please. What conversation? Oh wait.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
If you could have one conversation with the world about diabetes, what would it be?
Well, I think that it's important to have community. I think being here today at this Touch by Type 1 event really highlights that. And I'm not just saying that, it's not a thing I say, it's a thing that I learned. So when I started making the podcast, I thought I have a way I take care of my daughter. It's a system, even though it's not called something. But I know if you do these things, your A1C usually goes in the low sixes, your variability is not bad, and you can adapt the things that I'm talking about. I thought that the podcast was going to be about me explaining that to people. And then as it grew and got bigger, I started seeing, I guess, what I would call a blind spot for me because I don't have type 1, right? So the one thing I didn't understand was the personal stuff. I didn't understand the connections that people have or that instant thing that you see happen when two people with type 1 meet each other and they're just comfortable right away. And I feel like that knowing that there's a person standing across from you that understands what it's like to feel low, right? You don't have to explain it to them. And they know what your life is like. You know what theirs is like. I think it creates a pretty instant bond. And I heard that first at a place like this. I've been doing this Touch by Type 1 event since the beginning. There's probably 1,400 people out there today. And the first Touch by Type 1 event I did, I think, had 75 people at it. This room is bigger than the room I gave my talk in at the first one. And now look at it. Like, look how it's grown. But more importantly, watch the people out there. All those people that they don't know, and they're completely comfortable together. And so you can't always do that in person like this. That's why this is special, because it's in person. But what I've done is I've taken that knowledge that I've learned from talking to people on the podcast, that idea that they need not just community, but community and direction, right? I thought it was just going to be like direction. And then they proved to me that it's both. For some people, it's heavier community. For some people, it's heavier, they need help. But in the end, they're all comforted by knowing each other. And so I created a Facebook group that now has, do you want to guess how many people are in my Facebook group? Think of a big number.
1 million followers?
73,000 people. 73,000 people every day make up between 120 and 160 new posts every day in my Facebook group. 8,000 different comments every 24 hours. And that's people who have said to themselves on some level or another, I need to meet other people with type 1 diabetes. I don't have an event to go to. I have to find them, and they find each other online, and then I watch them comfort each other from a distance. I have met people online and known them for years and never met them in public. And then one day we do a thing. I took some of my listeners on a cruise last year, And on that cruise, a man that I knew online, but I never met in person, walked up to me, introduced himself, asked if he could hug me, and while he was hugging me, told me I saved his life. And then I watched him recognize another person in the room who needed help, and then he went over and helped her. And I, for a moment, thought, I helped her by helping him. And he's helping her, and she's going to go help somebody else. And this is going to keep growing and getting bigger. And it's really lovely. And that's the thing that I wish people knew. What's Hannah's story?
It's a video that I made with my mom when I was home. They said, "Oh, do you want to do a video called Hannah's Story?" And it's gonna be on the Dr. Phillips Center, like the video for the Dr. Phillips Center. And
At the Dancing for Diabetes event? Oh, that's awesome.
And I was like, sure. And then when they did it, they came to my house and we filmed this whole video about my journey with diabetes, and they showed some clips of how my morning is, like how I prick my blood sugar, how much I dose, how I get all that ready. So on the first day of school in third period, when I went into reading class, we were doing this icebreaker challenge where a group of people would be like, okay, so it's two circles, a small circle in the middle, and a big circle around them. So you would have a partner, and one person would stand here, one person would stand here.
Right.
And after 1 minute, after like 45 seconds, the middle group would rotate, and you would get to know everybody in the classroom.
Right.
And then the next day, if you were on the outside, you'd be on the inside.
Got it.
Of the group, and then we would do it again. And then when I got to like the fifth or sixth person, when they rotated around us, my friend Alana, she was like, "Do you have diabetes?" And I was like, "How'd you know?" And she's like, "'Cause you're wearing an Omnipod and a Dexcom." And I was like, "Okay, wait, you're kind of smart. How did you know that?" And she was like, "Because I'm actually have diabetes myself." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool, because I've actually been trying to find somebody who has diabetes like me. Like, I've been like seeing in my class if people have Omnipods or Dexcoms or anything like that, and nobody's had it. So we instantly like became friends, and she was like, well, we'll talk after class, and I was like, yeah. And then we got each other's phone numbers, and after like a week we talked about it and stuff. And then in class, she sat next to me on the next Friday, and I said, "Hey, have you heard about Touched by Type 1?" And she said, "What's that?" And I was like, "It's a community where you get to dance, and it's all like type 1 diabetics." And she was like, "Do you have to know how to dance to be in it?" And I was like, "No, not at all. You can just be in it for fun. You can be in it to have the diabetes community around you, like meet new people who actually have diabetes like you. All like you don't even you don't have to know how to dance to do it."
That's awesome.
So she immediately, I texted her the info, and her mom checked her in, and she immediately got in because her mom was looking for something like this.
Let me tell you a story. My daughter was in college last year doing a project she got paired up with this girl, and they were doing a project together. And weeks into the project, the girl looks at my daughter and goes, "Do you have type 1?" And she goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I do too." And they didn't know for weeks because the one girl was MDI, so she wasn't wearing a pump, nothing you could see. And I guess it was like cooler weather, so Arden was wearing more clothing, and her wasn't sticking out. And then one day, something beeped, I guess, and the girl was like, "Whoa, do you have diabetes?" "I have diabetes." They literally knew each other for weeks. They were together in the same room, and they had no idea. It's really cool, and now they're very good friends. It's awesome. I'm glad you have a friend like that.
Where could people like find your podcast? Like on what social media?
Okay. So you can follow me on Instagram. I have a public Facebook page, a private Facebook group. But the best way is to listen in an audio app like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, Amazon Music, anywhere really where you can get audio, you can usually get podcasts.
I don't have Spotify, but my mom does.
Your
so
mom has Spotify?
I'll tell her to listen to
Okay. And then it depends on what they want from there. If they want management stuff and they're newly diagnosed, I would try the Bold Beginning series. If they have had diabetes for a while, they're having trouble really getting it where they want, there's a pro tip series for them. For kids, there's something called Small Sips, 17 episodes that are less than 10 minutes long that I think would really like rev up your understanding of how you take care of yourself and help you get more involved. But in the end, they could just go to juiceboxpodcast.com and learn more there if they wanted to. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks. You feel better now?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. Awesome.
And thanks for watching Touched by Type 1 Conversations. Tune in next time at touchedbytype1.org.